following Chalk Talk is brought to you by Isolite, the emergency lighting experts. Stay educated, my friends.
Hi, I'm Tom Deutsch, and today we are going to be recapping Isolite's 2025, namely what we've put out for you all, and then also talking about some new and exciting stuff as well. Alright, so first we're going to go over some of the resources we've added, then we're going to talk about some of the products that we've added over the last year, and then finally we'll talk about some products we're adding right now, as well as in the very near future. We added 2 new AIA courses this year, emergency lighting cost comparison, as well as battery technologies. 2 really fantastic courses we're adding into our lineup now. We've also updated our website quite a bit over the year in a couple different ways, and we will continue to update the website. Please reach out if you have any suggestions or any frustrations with the website. We're continuing always to try to improve on that front. Also, if anyone isn't aware, we have been expanding our warehouse and production floor. That has started in 2025 and will continue on into 2026. Hopefully we'll get things wrapped up in the next couple of months. We relaunched our inverter startup training program, so if any of you have qualified technicians, they can come out and get trained to perform inverter startups on our behalf. So pretty exciting stuff there. That is paused due to the warehouse expansion and all the construction over there, but that will restart again in the next couple of months. Digging in now to some of the product stuff, we came out with a micro inverter called the E3U. This is something that is going to, allow you to basically replace emergency drivers. Nobody likes emergency drivers. Now you can have an inverter there instead. So you can overpower, for example, fixtures. If you have a 20-watt fixture, you can run a 36-watt inverter on that fixture and it'll last for a number of hours, as opposed to burning out the fixture, which is what would happen if you put a 36-watt driver on it. Also, a 100-watt variant, you can stick a couple of luminaires on there. They include 0 to 10 volt dimming, capacitor 360 or 900 watts. They come with SD, can be defeated if you'd like, and 120, 277 auto detecting input and output. They have a great battery chemistry as well. Please check out our E3U if you're looking to do small, dare I say micro scale inverters. Additionally, we designed a brand new emergency light called the Air. This is something that we spent a lot of time working on, specifically the optics. So those lenses you can see on the side, there's 3 lenses. There's the black version, here's the white version, and they are adjustable. But we spent a lot of time working on those lenses, designing them to specifically throw light down hallways and corridors really well. So they'll go all the way up to 28-foot mounting height, and they will space you over 120 feet depending on the model, over 1600 lumens for the device, and it looks a heck of a lot better than a bug eye. So please check out the brand new Air. Additionally, we have totally revamped our diecast lineup, so the LPDC is no more. It is replaced with the LPDC2. There's a standard, a wet location, a hybrid, which doesn't use batteries and comes with a lifetime warranty. Instead, it charges a photoluminescent material. There's also a wet location hybrid as well. Additionally, comparing to the Air, we came out with an OLLO. So these are 2 brand new emergency lights we have. The OLLO is sort of the big brother. This is something that's going to go in big, large industrial or architectural spaces. It's super powerful, so it's really good for large spaces specifically, but really you could use it anywhere because there's a number of different power levels to it. It is NEMA 4X rated and can come with a heater, so you can have no issue posting this thing outside. You can tie it to Unistrut as well as poles. It comes in 16, 32, and 64 watts. Comes with the lithium iron phosphate batteries. You can get 4, 8, and 16 watt heads, so very adjustable all the way from, I'd say, about medium strength to blow your eyes out type of light. standard 2-hour runtime, up to 4 heads on a body, and also you can run to a remote called the OLLO R. Additionally, we brought in some new wall packs, the WXPM, which stands for mini, and the WXP. These are wall packs you can use as standard, regular old wall packs, or as emergency wall packs, whether you're running it to an inverter, or if you're going to specify these with the batteries installed from the factory. So a couple different ways you can do that, bolstering our wall pack lineup, specifically with larger wall packs, so 25, 55, 75, and all the way up to 100 watts. Some of these are quite large. There's also a mini version, so the WXPM, all along the same lines, very similar internals, just different power levels. And that's what we came out with in 2025, which allows us now to start looking forward and thinking about 2026. So, something we just added this week, this is sort of, we did the past, let's do the present now. The RC is a remote capable thermoplastic exit sign we have just come out with. We formerly did not have a remote capable thermoplastic exit sign. We had other other remote capable signs other than thermoplastic. These are great because they come in at a low price point. You can field select red or green. They come with self-diagnostics or variable voltages and frequencies if you specify those options. So you can get to 230 volts or 50 hertz if you have to, some oddities there. Additionally, we just brought in for you all, or should I say we are right now, they should launch officially next week, a set of economical hazardous units. So class 1 div 2 units in a much less expensive form here. So they're a little bit better looking, I think, too. You can compare them to the ones we already have, the HZ series. That's going to tend to be maybe a little bit pricier, but you probably have more approvals as well as more options. These are more bare bones, but they look pretty good, and you can get them at a cheaper price point. So now we have a couple different options when it comes to hazardous units. If you have any questions about which sort of hazardous unit you'd like to go with, you can reach out to us and we can help you through that, as well as we look to introduce this brand new line of Class 1 Div 2 products. And the big announcement, well, maybe I'm not making the announcement. I'll let Evan Ackman do that next month in the February Chalk Talk. For now, I'm just going to let you all know that this is something we've been working on for the last couple of years, something we've dumped a ton of energy into and designed from the ground up. This is going to replace our previous E3X, so that's sort of the mid-size inverter. It's going to occupy that space, maybe somewhere around 1,000 watts, and it is going to be jam-packed with brand new features, a brand new interface, and most excitingly, brand new battery technology that's going to allow us to shrink its form factor, so you can now have larger inverters installed on your walls, which is very, very exciting. If you've ever dealt with trying to find floor space for an inverter, it can be a headache. So we're really, really excited about the new E3X. Please tune in next month to find out more about it. That's it. As always, there will be a follow-up email with a link to this presentation as well as the PDF of the slides. I am Tom Deutsch, and together with Evan Ackman, Greg Keel, and Matt Bird, we're here for you guys. Please reach out if you need anything.